people, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today taking a look at a new Snorlax Pidgeot stall deck. There were a number of Snorlax decks that did well in the Dortmund event over in Europe, and this is kind of based on those decks. And the Snorlax decks are getting to be more, to me, what our basic traditional control decks, right? Still features Snorlax, although this deck is just a 2-2 line of the Snorlax. I mean, just a two Snorlax, sorry. It's a basic. There's no evolutions. And of course, it's the black Snorlax. As long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. So nice and easy way to stall out your opponent. Just stick it up there and your opponent can't retreat. In theory, we can attack with it. And we do have the energy, but we're probably not going to attack with it. There's some other tech attacks that are more in the deck. And it's more of a complex deck than the old Snorlax decks with more options, which I'm pleased for. I think control is something. It's best when control is not easy to play. And this deck is less easy, which, more mistakes possibly, but then more routes to win. So partly the why it can do that is it plays a 2/0/2 Pidgeot EX line. Pidgeot EX, of course, has the quick search ability. And come rotation, it probably will get better because Path to the Peak goes away, right? Snorlax itself does not rotate, so don't forget about, that'll still be around. And in those early days when new sets come out and with rotation, people aren't preparing for those counter decks, so Snorlax could be a good early days deck there. So, right, quick search your deck for any one card. Getting back to that, very nice there. Path to the Peak is still the issue right now, but, we can deal with that, or if not, we can win without that. We can attack with it for sure, too. 120 damage, although it'll be 100 because it'll have a DTE attached with this deck. And then you can discard a Stadium and play, which then, of course, can bump the Path to the Peak if it's already set up. So very nice there. And its retreat is free, so having a pivot is very good. You can't use more than one quick search ability on a turn, so just getting one in play is what we want usually. We have another stall option in Mawile, which is actually more effective than the Snorlax because it's an attack, so it's a little harder to get set up, right? That's the downside. But tempting trap during your opponent's next turn, defending Pokemon can't retreat. So therefore, even if they have a boss, right, they can get out of the stall a situation with boss gusting up something that's not Snorlax, but even if they gust up something that's not Mawile, it's an effect of the attack. That effect doesn't go away, so that's a nice thing there. And then it does during their next turn. They do take 90 more damage from attacks, and we can attack for damage as well potentially. So we might take advantage of that as well. So just one copy of that. One copy of Mimikyu. We can't attack. We don't have a psychic energy, but hey, that wall is good in some matchups. So get it in there for those matchups where opponent doesn't want to see it. Prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacking opponent's EX and V Pokemon. We do play a couple. It plays Rotom V, which shouldn't be a shock either to get to that. Can't attack with it, but instant charge. You can draw 3 cards and then your turn ends. So, we're not, if we have Black Snorlax in the active, Rotom V is a great way to end the turn, just trying to keep setting things up for the next turn. Then a couple of attacking options here. And some of these vary on deck to deck, but playing a Luxray V, which is pretty common now, for set Fang Swipe, does 30 damage, and your opponent reveals their hand, and you discard a trainer card you find there. So any one trainer to discard, just making life difficult for our opponent, is good. We probably want to have had some stalling and them to run through their resources more, so then getting rid of that one card could really put them in a tough spot. And then it plays a copy of Bouffalant as well. We can attack with both, quite frankly, super powered horns, but we're not doing a ton of damage because we have to have 2 DTEs, so we're doing 80. But it's here for Lost Headbutt for 3 energies. Does 50 damage, but then you put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into the Lost Zone. That's really nice, right? It doesn't just get discarded, but it goes in the Lost Zone, so just making it so they have a really tough time getting things going, because that's what it is. It's a counter deck, and it's a nice little option there, the Bouffalant as well. Okay, so energies, 3 DTEs, which is the primary thing, and then one jet energy, right, gives us switching, which is great, and the Mawile is 1 attack cost, and something like the Bouffalant's attack cost of 3, so it's nice there having the what jet energy. Okay, getting into The trainers here, it's a lot of trainers, a lot of one-ofs, in part because we have the Pidgeot EX, right? We can do that. So some tools, one Defiance Vest. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, so we're not taking prizes in most games, so we're going to get behind the prizes, then the Pokemon this card's attached to takes 40 less damage from your opponent's attacks. So that's very good, right? Just keeps us alive longer, and that's what you're doing with this deck, slowing things down, generally causing your opponent to deck out is the goal. One Hisuian Heavy Ball, just look at your prizes for a basic Pokemon. You can swap this with it, very good there. Misfortune Sisters, that was a common deck in the early Snorlax Stall deck, still good. So one copy, although not every deck plays it. Look at the top 5 cards your opponent's deck. Discard any number of item cards you find there. Shuffle the rest back. So just getting rid of those switching cards, right? Just a good thing with a stall type deck. Team Yells Cheer. We don't play Pidgeot V, you might have noticed, which is the simplest way to make your deck infinite, but we have a couple of supporters to make it happen. Team Yells Cheer is one of those cards. Shuffle any combination of 3 Pokemon and or supporter cards from the discard pile into your deck, except for Team Yells Cheer. And of course, we only play 1 copy here, so that doesn't matter. So getting 3 Pokemon / supporters discard pile into deck keeps things infinite pretty effectively. 1 copy of Cheryl, heal all damage from an evolution Pokemon, and discard the energies that on that Pokemon. What are we healing with that? Well, there's only 1 evolution card, right? So Pidgeot EX, because our opponents do like to target that. We like to keep it alive, so Cheryl is nice there. Cheryl does rotate, but we can survive without that. 1 Artazon, just get a basic Pokemon onto the bench that doesn't have a rule box. Good for setting up. We do need to bump pass, so a couple stadiums help with that as well. Let's see, where were we? 1 Erika's Invitation, a fun card. Again, not if all the decks play that, but your opponent reveals their hand. You put a basic Pokemon you find there onto their bench, and then we switch it into the active spot. So a way to, you have to put a basic onto the bench, I believe, if they have it in their hand, and switch to the active. So if they only have basic Pokemon in their hand that you don't want, I believe you have to do it anyway. So that's the downside, and you don't generally know what's in their hands, so it's limited of when it's in value. But look, getting something stuck in the active that your opponent doesn't want is important. So we have a card to get it out of their hand and a card to get it out of the discard pile into play. So in this, of course, is out of their hand. Sidney, 1 copy of that. It's nice. Your opponent reveals their hand, discard up to 2 in any combination of tool, special energy, and or stadium card from hand. So very good there. Just making it so your opponent can't really do the things they want to do. 1 copy of Forest Seal Stone. Some play 2. I just playing 1. We have Rotom V and Luxray V, right? You just let you search your deck for a card once per game. Good there. 1 Echoing Horn. This is the card. We lose this to rotation, and this definitely does hurt Snorlax, probably more than about anything else. In any stall deck, it hurts. You put a basic Pokemon for your opponent's discard pile onto their bench, so Snorlax will miss that for sure. 4 Counter Catchers, just leaning all in on Counter Catcher. And part of it is really good. We're probably falling behind on prizes, and it uses our item, so it still leaves us our supporter for turn, so just really nice there. 1 Ultra Ball, search your deck, discard 2, search your deck for any 1 Pokemon. Of course, if you want to get the Pidgey EX, this is the card that lets you search for that. 1 Cyllene, this is good for a deck like this. This is really a big part of how you keep from decking out. Flip 2 coins, put the number of cards you find there from your discard pile on top of your deck in any order, so you should average 1 card. You have to flip a lot of tails to deck out between Cyllene and Team Yells Cheer and Pal Pad as well, which puts cards back, 2 supporters from the discard pile into your deck. So those cards should keep things going quite nicely. 3 copies of Penny, so leaning on pretty heavy with this. Put a basic Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand, so you don't lose energies, you don't lose tools. So if your opponent's hit into your Snorlax or whatever, just before it gets knocked out, just scoop it up with Penny and send up another 1 to the active spot. Very good there. 4 Nest Ball. It's basically basic Pokemons that we have in the deck, so we just need to get those into play. Stadiums, and another stadium here in Lost City, which can be very good in difficult matchups. Whenever a Pokemon is knocked out, it goes into the Lost Zone. So a Pokemon that's going to ruin our day, if we can Lost Zone it out of play, is very good. was the first stadium? Oh, yeah, Artazon again. Okay. 2 Bravery Charms. We have 1 of the Defiance Vest, 2 Bravery Charms. Bravery Charm is easier. It provides 10 more it provides 50 HP, so 50 instead of 40. Excuse me. And it's easier in that you don't have to be behind on prizes. So it works right from the start of the game. So very good there. 1 Boss's Order, really good. 2 copies of Peonia. Look at 3 prize cards, and we lose this from rotation, and this definitely hurts a control deck like this. Look at 3 of your prizes, and then you put them into your hand. Actually, 3 prizes go into your hand, then you put 3 cards from your hand back into the prizes any order you want, so you get cards from your prizes into hand that you're going to need, because we're not necessarily taking prizes, so this is the way to do it with Peonia. And you organize the prizes though you want. So if you do take prize cards through knockouts, you know where to get them. For Arven, tool and an item, just really good. We have not a ton of items, but they're important for sure. 1 Giacomo, which you don't necessarily need to play, but I like it in the deck. It's good against special energy. Discard special energy from each of your opponent's Pokemon. Most decks are playing all basic energies, but up against Mew or something, very effective. 1 Super Rod, you know what that does. Just put up 3 basic Pokemon, or 3 Pokemon from a discard pile into your deck. I got to go through this quickly. I'm starting to cough. 1 Lost Vacuum, 3 Rare Candy, 3 Stormy Mountain, and then Iono, and it's a very good, solid deck. Let's take a look, and see what we can do on the ladder. All right, let's see what happens here. Sorry about that rush at the end of the deck introduction. I've switched my allergy medicines recently, and it's causing some little... All right, I will go... I'll go first, just because it probably limits my opponent, what they can do. I'm not fully certain. And if they're up against a Lost Zone deck, then if I get Snorlax in the active, it may stop them from doing a switch, which is always good in slowing them down. So, so I think first, but, in a lot of ways, second's better. You get to play a supporter and get set up better. Falling behind in prizes isn't a bad thing, but making our opponent's life difficult from the start is good. All right, Mimikyu's not bad. It's obviously very good against a number of decks. Stormy Mountain, okay, so I didn't deal with this because I think I have 3 copies. It's a good way to bump path, but you can search your deck for a Lightning or Dragon Pokemon. No. Okay, what am I up against here? Good question. The Squawkabilly, we want to get him stuck in the active, don't we? I definitely do. So I have my Stadium, so I don't want to... So I'll toss down a Snorlax, and I'll use Stormy Mountain and grab my Rotom V, and then I will use my ability, which of course ends my turn, and not bad, right? I don't know what I'm up against yet. Squawkabilly, but there's a lot of decks with Squawkabilly. So Rare Candy's not useful to me because I don't have a Pidgey down, but hopefully I can get a Pidgey down next turn. I'll see what I do here, right? I have Peonia. I have, which might be the play. So they just looked. I don't know if they play a Lightning Pokemon or Dragon. So Battle via PPAS, nice for them. I don't know what the deck is. We will get to see here. Probably. I mean, it could be some generic engine cards too, but probably we'll see what we're up against by what they select. So taking a look at their deck. Although they played Stormy Mountain, either they play just like 1 Lightning. So Goldingo. Okay, Goldingo. Roaring Moon. Okay. Skaters Park is... Okay, good for them. But they probably don't play Path to the Peak, which is good. So we need to get things set up here. Mimikyu's good, right? Because that's going to slow them down for sure. Are they going to retreat? I don't know. I don't know their plan there, right? They're going to retreat. So we're going to want to get Snorlax. We want to get that Squawkabilly stuck in the active. That's one of the big goals here. So we'll see what happens here. Could play Arven, which is partly the reason to go second. I think I want to get a basic into play, right? I have the Rare Candy, so I want to get a Pidgey into play, I would think. get those energies in the discard pile for them. The dark energies, of course, they want to accelerate to their Roaring Moon. So another Roaring Moon, if they have their Sosada, that's really good for them. They get 2 energies into play there. So this is good. But, you know, the fact that they have to put so much damage on themselves with Roaring Moon's attack isn't bad, right? That's actually pretty good for me. And they can attack with Gimmighoul, which they might do. They might just attach an energy to it and see what they can do. They can take me out in 2 or 3 turns, probably. It's 20 per heads, right? So until they get tails. So they could get 0. So it's average. So it's 50-50 the first time, right? So 10, but then it keeps going. So a little more than 10. I'm not sure if it's 10, and then they flip again, and then they get half the time again, 10. So probably, so you probably add 5, 15. So it probably approaches 20, I think. All right, getting a lot of Pokemon in play should be scary for them. I like they did that, I gotta say. But I like that a lot. So they're gonna attack with Gimmighoul, I assume. So probably play the Arven. Misfortune Sisters would be nice too, of course. But it's okay, right? That Squawk ability is really great. So he's gonna sit in the active, or probably go into the discard pile if they can. I mean, they might be able to get him. I don't know if they play something to scoop him up into hand and it goes back in the deck, and then I can't get it back into play. But getting that Squawk ability trapped is what I want to do. It does 20 damage per turn, so and accelerates some energy, which they like that. But 20 damage per turn is a lot of turns into like my Snorlax, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? They have to. It's 8 attacks into Snorlax. And if I'm behind a prize and get Defiance Vest attached, this is where it really shines, because then they're doing 0 damage to me, because that's where it's really better than the what do we call it? The thing that adds 50 HP. All right, so I want Arven is what I want to do. Let me grab this. Pidgeys are there. Snorlax is there. Okay, and I want to get a tool. I will grab. Which tool do I want though? That's. You know what? I'm gonna grab the Forest Seal Stone right now and attach that. I'm not gonna play it down. Well, do I? Do I want it to attach that tool? I don't know if I do, actually, now that I think about it. But that's fine. I don't know if I want to attach the other tools either. So I wanted to partly just thin my deck. The problem is they do have a good one-shotting potential, and I lose the Forest Seal Stone for game. I do play the Luxray, or I could recover the Rotom, so I think I'll just end turn here. All right, Rare Candy. So if I need access to... All right, Artazon's good. It can get me another Snorlax or Mawile or something. Anyway, they need to gust. They can't knock out me. They can draw 2 with the ability, which they're going to do. They might evolve the Goldingo on the bench. They'll get 1 more card with that. They just need 1 card to attack, but they can't damage the Mimikyu. So I am buying turns with the Mimikyu, so he's nice in the active. Let's think. What do I do here? I don't know that I want Peonia. I could use Forest. Actually, I'll probably use Forest Seal Stone, assuming they haven't played support yet, though, right? I'm pretty certain. So, if they don't disrupt my hand, I attach Forest Seal Stone this turn. You know, assuming they don't disrupt my hand, and assuming my Rotom V doesn't get knocked out, and assuming I don't draw a card which gives me access to Pidgeot EX, you know, in which case I might just hold off on the Forest Seal Stone as well. So there's a lot of ifs there, right? I say that's my play next turn, but there's a lot of conditions where it might go differently. So if they can't gust me up, that's good. Now, this is a deck that, well, first Roaring Moon can blow up anything. And so do I want to... I have Boss, which is good too. I can get the Snorlax into... I want to get that Squawkabilly stuck in the active. That's what I want to do. But, so I probably use Misfortune Sisters because just getting rid of the switching cards is going to be really important to me. They haven't played any of those yet. So, yeah, got rid of Roxanne, which makes sense because I'm probably not planning on taking a lot of prizes. They know that. They're out of Sada's Vitality, so that's good. Although they're out of they've done a nice job getting energies into play. I don't love the fact that they filled up their bench. Well, maybe just because they're going to have a hard time getting energy on everyone to attack, I think. And of course, they do have the Squawkabilly, but maybe they're trying to keep me from filling up the bench with cards that they don't want to have. So now I have Boss, and I can switch, right? So I think I want to do that. I'm thinking that's the play here. So let me get another Snorlax into play. I think that's good. And I need a switching card, right? What do I have? I have switch, right? Oh, wait. Oh, I can Mawile. I can grab a Gen Energy and I can set up Mawile. Okay. Forget it. I'm going to Mawile then. That's the better play. Glad I thought that through. And then I'll Boss and see what happens. This might just give me... This could kind of be the end of the game here. I don't know. So this is a nice... the fact that I have the Boss is good. I did have Forest Seal Stone, so I could access that as well. Squawkabilly. They can damage me at 10 per turn, so that's a concern. But, that's a bunch of turns. So hopefully I can start playing Misfortune Sisters and stuff. Or they use a switch this turn, which, they obviously can knock out the Mawile. They can't knock out the Mimikyu. So we'll see what happens here, right? I would like to get, if they take the knockout, I would like to get the Defiance. All right, so they're getting him out of play, so that's good for them. But they burned that resource, right? They probably just play the one, right? So this is, look, it's a good card to deck like this. It really helps them. It's in their hand right now, right? That's the other thing. It's in their hand, and I play Erika's Invitation. So if they don't get it out of hand, I'm going to Erika's and be very happy, right? So knock out the Mawile, I assume. I'll send up Snorlax. I'll grab Erika's. I believe it's in the deck. I'm not positive, though. I'm not positive. In which case, I'd have to play Peonia to get it. But then, of course, I can't play it this turn because I've used my supporter. But, okay, they got rid of the Squawkabilly. But you know what? That's okay, too. Because right now I have access to 2 cards, which is awesome, right? I have access to, right, it's in the deck. Unless they play a Rod and get it back into deck. Oh, they filled up their bench, so that's good for them for sure. So now it's going to be a case of, how do I want to work this? I might just attack with, do I take a knockout with Pidgeot EX on the Gimme Ghoul, right? Because I want to get that Squawkabilly back into play. That's what I want to happen desperately, right? So that, which isn't bad then, right? And so I probably just play I burned my Boss last turn. Right, so I want to open up that bench slot. That's my goal right now, and get Squawkabilly onto the bench. Right, that's So one of the questions is, do I now want to? with the Artazon, I want to use the Artazon, assuming it stays in play. Do I get down another Pidgey, assuming, because they might knock out, there's a decent chance they blow up my Pidgeot EX, right? Which does make me sad. It really does, but it's necessary, right? I need to take out the Gimmighoul. I need to get that Squawkabilly in the active, stuck, and I still can do it. I can still do it. I have time. I don't know their list, of course. All right, Counter Catcher is very nice. So let me get down. Well, this is pretty good, actually, right? So I'm going to Artazon here, get down. This is where it's tricky. Do I want another Pidgey? Do I want a Snore? Actually, I want this turn, since I think I want to get down a Pidgey. And I can get Snorlax down next turn. I assume they're going to knock me out. And then I still have a Snorlax in play, right? So that part's okie dokie. Let me grab my energy. I haven't used a supporter yet, so that's good too. So I need my DTE. I would have loved to grab Defiance Vest or something to, evolve next turn. So I will attach. I'm going to Gust you up because I want you knocked out. And I will Misfortune Sisters. See what I can get rid of. All right, 2 switch cards. That is super awesome. Oh, so there's, all right, Squawkabilly's there as well. Okay, so they play 2 Squawkabillies. Okay, just making sure. And do I attach my tool? I'm going to attach my tool. Just keep this as an option. And I will attack, sorry. So this is good. I'm going to get rid of the stadium. It's a risk, but I don't want them to fill up the bench again. That's my thought. I don't know if they have another Gimmighoul in the deck, but allowing them to refill their bench is something I don't want to happen. I want to get a Squawkabilly into play, right? That's what I want to happen. So I'll send up the Snorlax and see what I can do here. Or maybe I send up the Mimikyu. The Mimikyu is not terrible either. Because at this point, I probably cannot get the Pidgey into play, right? Okay, that's fine. So they're gonna do the big attack here, I think. The good news is, and they heal themselves up some, right? Which is okay. So yeah, I knew that was coming. So I may play Cyllene though. If I can get the Pidgeot EX on top of the deck, I can evolve him next turn, right? So I like that for sure. So heal. But they'll knock themselves out if they do it again next turn. Okay, so I don't have a rare candy though. No, I can't do this. I cannot do that. Okay, so I'm going to Cyllene, and I may want to play the Echoing Horn, right? I want to get, okay, so I'm going to put, so the card I want on top is you. The card I want below that, I have rare candy, so I'm going to put you below it, because I do want Mawile back. I do think that's very good. I'm going to Echoing Horn. Oh, I should not have put no, that's okay. Echoing Horn, put Squawkabilly back on the bench, so that's good. And I cannot get you stuck. I mean, I could, but I don't want to get rid of the Forest Seal Stone. So I'm going to just use Instant Charge. Do not use Star Alchemy. Do not do that. Okay, so if they upset my hand, I'm going to lose the rare candies into the deck. there, and as well as the Pidgeot EX. Now there is another Pidgeot EX in deck. Are they going to go for the Pidgey? No, they're going for the Rotom. Okay, that's okay. It's okay. All right. So what can I do here? Let's see what happens. So if this is my hand, if they don't disrupt, they're not going to disrupt my hand. So I'm actually not in terrible shape, I don't think. So I think if I can attack with Mawile, I think I just win the game. I think well, I need Mawile, then I need to get my tool attached, but I can get that before they knock me out, right? So Squawkabilly is what I need to do, and hopefully they don't have an energy that they can attach to Squawkabilly, right? So they know what's coming here, though, right? I guess they're retreating, right? It doesn't say that. It says they're selecting attached cards, which I assume is because they're retreating and they're choosing what to discard, which would be Metal Dark. It's pretty simple, so I'm not sure why it's taken so long. Right, you keep the dark energy attached because you need dark energies to attack. Unless they're kind of slow playing at this point or disconnected, right? Opponent slow playing, you'll run into that, right? Stall is super annoying to play against. I get that. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, but it is very, very effective. Okay, so what do I do here? I'm going to send up the Pidgey because I have all the Pidgeot EX. I can grab an and I have Counter Catcher in deck, so I just grab that guy. Also getting energies back into hand, which is all fine. I mean, I don't think they can. Actually, I want to use the. What do I need? Oh, I need the tool. I need Defiance Vest. Okay, so I'm actually in very good shape here. I've lost my tool, my Forest Seal Stone, but that's okay. I'm at the point where it's all right. I think it was better. It gave me the option if they disrupted my hand, but they couldn't boss and disrupt my hand both. So it gave me protection against that. So Pidgey goes into the active. You're going to become Pidgeot EX. So play this, do that. Gonna toss down Mawile. I want my tool. So I get an item and a tool. This is super good. So I need you. Okay, it's my last one there. I need you. That's very nice there. Defiance Vest. Oh wait, I don't have jet energy, do I? I cannot. Oh no, that's okay. I don't need jet energy. That's right. I'm losing track of things here. So I grab my energy because now you can't even switch. So I really do want to attack with Mawile here. That's why he's got the tool and everything. So I will retreat, send you up, Counter Catcher, and I think I have the game won now. We will see. We will see. But I think the lock is on. We will see. They probably have a few switch cards, but I don't think they're going to have. I mean, they're down to one prize because they knocked out my V. So this is it. What do they have? Do they have a switch card or something? Obviously, I need to kind of I need to get rid of cards in their hand. That's what needs to happen. So we'll see what happens here. If they switch, they win, of course. So, drawing through their deck. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do here. I don't think there is. So I need to get I need to get some of these cards back. That's what I need to do, I think. So I think I want to. I guess I team Yell's Cheer here. Is what I do. I'm thinking my play. So just thinning things out. I don't know. Do they have a switching card in deck? I don't know. they know it's in their deck. So, like I said, it's 2 switches down. Do they play a third switch? I don't know. They haven't played there's no rope I've seen. I don't know if this deck plays rope. So energy, but you're not going to do anything to me, so that's okay. Defiance Vest should do everything I want. So we'll see what happens. If they switch, they win, period. They can even do the attack where they knock themselves out if they had to hit into Mimikyu or something. So that's all okay. So I will play Team Yell's Cheer. I want this. I want Cyllene. And I want Boss. Those are all good gets, I think. So that's good there. And what else do I want to grab here? I should grab something for sure. There's probably nothing I really want, though, is there? I'll just take the Pal Pad. I mean, I want to use my supporter next turn. That's what I really want. That's what I really want. So, okay. So, tempting trap and see what happens here. They're going to deck out first. I should be able to essentially go infinite with this deck. I believe the odds of decking out are pretty low. But we'll see what they have, right? All they need is one switch card in deck, and they're going to get it eventually. And then they win. So we will see. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. Obviously, I would have preferred not to have. All right, so are they just giving up? This may just be the end of the game, in which case I will just simply pass. I'll attack. Why not? So this is it, right? I assume they didn't get the switch card, and now they're just kind of waiting, unfortunately. Right? They know if they've won or lost, I assume. And okay, and they conceded. They were thinking about it. So got the win. So Snorlax Stall does its thing, and it's a very nice deck. That was a deck too, where if they had Boss, that would have beat me there, which is why Mawile is better, right? Boss gets out of that situation at the end. So a nice deck with a lot of flexibility. All right, let's see what happens here. Certainly had a couple up against a Wug Trio, lost to that last game. So I thought they got. It was a matter of who could get set up well enough first. I couldn't get the Pidgeot set up early on, and then they got some good coin flips early, I'd say. I did make one misplay. I realized after the fact. I don't know if that would have changed the game or not, but okay. So Snorlax going first, but this isn't great. No, this is not great. So I don't know if first or second is still right. If I went second, this hand doesn't really help me either. So Mew doesn't. So they lost the free retreat though. That part's good. Okay, so I can. So I'll get down my Rotom V. I could attach my tool, but I think I wait on that. That's what I'm thinking. I think I do. I mean, yeah, I'll wait on that. Okay. More energy. I don't love that. Yeah, that's fine. You don't like Stall. I get it. You're not supposed to like Stall, right? The world's people aren't supposed to be excited against playing against Stall. Obviously, I'd like to get Mawile into play. They can rope. They can boss out of this, of course, with the Rotom V. They can't rope out of it because I got the double Snorlax. So it's not a bad spot. They'll probably grab a Battle VIP pass. So they need to make sure they can attack with everything. That's a big part of this game, right? Mimikyu could be good as well, I think. What's this guy do? Okay. See what happens. I have Bravery Charm, which I probably toss on the active. Yeah. I have Boss, which of course is good too. And then I don't think I still want to use the Forest Seal Stone though. I don't think so. I mean, Charmander is, of course, very good. Very good. So I don't like that. This is not, a deck that can attack with everything isn't good. I do, Mimikyu, I guess, may be a star for this game. We'll see what happens. We will see. So Artazon, okay, Artazon is super awesome. I don't want to use the stadium. I don't want my other lightning guy. I'm pretty certain Artazon helps them too, although look, I want them to fill their bench still. I really do. I really do, right? Okay, so Pidgey comes into play. That's really good. I will attach my tool, and I will end turn. So Penny's good too, right? Penny, boss. So rare candy. I can, so Forest Seal Stone, get my Pidgeot EX of rare candy into Pidgeot EX. Also, I'm not taking prizes, so it keeps the Charizard's damage level down, so he can't one-shot my Pidgeot EX. So, they're going to get another Pokemon they can attack with into play, I assume. Hopefully they evolve into the Charizard EXs and get past the Charmeleons, right? Because Mimikyu wants them all to become rule box Pokemon. So we'll see what they do here. We will see what they do. The Mew not having free retreat makes life difficult because they are counting on free retreat here. So, okay, so maybe they don't play Pidgeot EX, which is to my advantage. Was that an evolution? Did they grab? Or was it devolution? If it's devolution, then then I might. Then I got to be careful. They probably just play the 1, right? Maybe 2. I play 3 rare candies, so I think I still evolve to Pidgeot EX, especially now because I have an extra rare candy in hand. So if they devolve and don't Iona me, I just evolve him again the next turn, and that's good if that happens. So we'll see what my opponent does. Yeah, we will see what happens here. So they're stuck, and EXP share. Yeah, I mean that's the goal of this deck, is to make your life super miserable. So I'm going to attach here. Use my Forest Seal Stone. Don't instant charge. Don't instant charge. So I want to grab, right? I only have the 1. The 1's prize, so that's okay. That's okay. So evolve here. And then what do I want to do? I think I probably want to get somebody else into play, right? I mean, I could Penny. Penny's not bad, right? So let me just take a little gander in here. See what I got. Might want to chuck Mawile down. I don't think Bouffalant's the way this game goes. I'm going to bench Mawile. I'm going to hold off on the Mimikyu. I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to penny away Rotom V. Why not? Get you out of play. And I will get, I need to grab something, right? It's kind of like the law. I could grab the Jet Energy. No, I think I wait on the Jet Energy because I like the switching option of it, right? The switching is good. Do they have something on the bench I want? The discard pile, no, they don't. So let me get, I think I want you next turn. Maybe. I don't know. I want to start messing with them. So I will just, well, I'll drop this guy down and end turn, because now they don't one-shot my Snorlax either with Charizard EX, right? So that's very nice. So, got the Rotom V out of play because that's two cheap prizes for them. Okay, they got the Arven. That's good. So they can now, so they're going to rope, but rope unfortunately means I set up Snorlax, right? But they can at least change the attacker, right? Which is good for them, right? So that part's okay. I need to kind of see what else they get into play here, right? So, and I have Boss in hand, so they don't seem to like that Mew EX in the active. So I think I'm going to gust him back up again. Their Pokemon goes to sleep too, which means they have to flip to wake up. Okay, so let's see what they're digging through. So Charizard EX. I'm going to want to toss down that Mimikyu at some point too. Yeah, so they knock me out. I send up the Snorlax. And I'll hold off on the Mawile because I still think Mawile is very good eventually, right? So I'm not going to Misfortune Sisters. Obviously, I'd like to get rid of some items. They grabbed, okay, so Rare Candy, which is good. Rare Candy's good. I mean, it's good for them, and I knew that was coming, so that's okay. They knock out the act. Actually, they don't knock me out, right? They do not knock me out, and I used the penny, so maybe I should have saved the penny, right? Save the penny. Maybe I do that. Maybe, all right, so maybe I... Okay, so what do I have? I just have what? Pen? I have one supporter, so maybe I grab the Jet Energy. And, oh, that's super nice. I like that a lot, right? I got Pal Pad, so I can recover the penny. So I'll grab the Jet Energy, which is really good because I can get the Jet Energy back again, right? So having Jet Energy is super nice. And I'm going to Jet Energy you up. So you're still stuck. You don't take a knockout. That's all great for me. I will. I could gust, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait on that. No, I think I want to go up gust this turn, right? Let's think. So now I'm going to do this. I think this is super annoying. That's what I think. What was that? Nothing? That's very sad. Okay, so I'm going to grab this and this. Okay, and do I want to get something else on the bench? I'm going to just take a little peek at this while I'm here. Do I want to toss down Mimikyu yet? I think I want to Mimikyu and just make them a little bit miserable. That's what I'm thinking. I think I do. And I will end turn. So this is good. Just making them kind of miserable is the goal here, right? I might not have sequenced this right. I don't feel like I did, I got to say. But look, they haven't taken a prize yet. They're going to take some prizes. It's not like I can't keep them from taking prizes. I don't want the Pidgeot EX to get knocked out. I think Rotom V is correct out of play. I can penny this turn here, and I'll send up the Mimikyu, which is good, which means they can... Okay, so... I mean, I could Mawile as well, but let me do the penny play. Oh, I have 3 penny. I didn't need to get the penny that last turn, did I? Okay. So play penny. Send up the Mimikyu. Drop the Snorlax down. I could Bravery Charm you, but you know what? I think this is okay. I'm going to Bravery Charm him. Let's see what they do. They need to do the problem is, actually, I'm going to Bravery Charm you because I don't want you knocking me out. And I will now... I'll end turn. So I could attach the DTE somewhere. No, I'm not going to attach the... Like, I could go DTE on Pidgeot EX. I don't think I do that. Giacomo's not going to be helpful this matchup. I was hoping to get Giacomo good use out of the Giacomo in the Wugtrio matchup because they play all special energy. And if I was thinking Giacomo and getting the Bouffalant. But I couldn't get the energies onto Bouffalant soon enough to attack with because that was really a thought. Get Bouffalant going and get rid of their energies which would have been very good, but I couldn't make that work. So, okay. So you're going to do 50, and then you do 50 again, and then you're going to do 50 again. So you're going to have to 3-shot me as I understand things, right? So that part's good. So I think so I can gust up the Radiant Charizard. That's one of the things I could do, right? The Mew's dangerous still, right? But the Mew now has to 2-shot. I mean, that's why I attached the tool to the Mimikyu, right? Because, so man, I am just coughing away today. Sorry about that. Okay, so a Charcadet. Okay, he's scary. He's scary. Okay, so I have energy. I have boss. Maybe I take out the Charcadet, though, right? Man, that's scary. Do I want to take the prize lead in this game, right? That's one of those big questions. Do I want to take the first prize? Yeah, 'cause I don't like Charcadet. I got to say that. They're probably going to get another one set up, though. So I think I've got to... I think I really got to mess with them this game, is what I have to do, right? So I'm going to send up... I think I'm going to gust up the Charizard EX. Just make things difficult on them, right? 50. Now they could finish me off with Mew EX this turn, which I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, what's in the discard pile? So I think I want a boss, but what do I want to do? Probably want to do something here, right? Probably want something. So any Pokemon here? Bouffalant. I don't want Bouffalant, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Bouffalant, I mean, he's really annoying. Really annoying, I gotta say. I'm going to Lost Vacuum away their tool, because getting energy out of play is super good for me. Super good. So I'm going to gust up this Charizard, which means you either have to boss or something, right? And I'm going to Lost Vacuum, get rid of Force Seal Stone, because you're no good to me. Sorry. And I want to get rid of... Doesn't particularly matter, does it? I'll get rid of this guy's tool. That's fine. I mean, I'd like to get rid of both the EXP shares, but I can't do that now. And I think... Here's end turn here, right? Just end turn. So we'll see what they do here, right? Part of it is to see what they do. What resources do they want to use? Do they want to try to attack with Charizard? They have a Charmander down, right? So if they could evolve him, they could get energy onto this Charizard EX and attack if they get this Charizard EX powered up. They could start attaching manually here, which is fine. I take no, I want to see what they're going to play, because that lets me know what I need to counter, right? So, yeah. So just making life difficult, and difficult is good, right? Difficult is very... So Cyllene, what do I want to get back? I want to get back... So I think I want to... Well, I want to use... I think I want to get rid of the other EXP share this turn. So let me see what I get. Because I have Pidgeot EX as well, right? So I want Lost Vacuum back. That's what I want back this turn. I have my... I want to get rid of their tools. Just whittle them down. I have Team Yells here, so that's going to be important for me to get. That's going to be important for me to get. So I will toss away... I'll toss away Stormy Mountain. I think that's fine. So get rid of this guy. Get rid of their other EXP share. That's probably it for EXP shares, I'm guessing. And I'm just going to end turn then. So I'm in a solid spot here, just whittling away their resources. Let's see, what are my supporters? I want to get back Cyllene and Boss, probably, right? Maybe I play Peonia, though, at this point. Okay, so attach to the active, which is fine. Devolution, okay, which is fine, too. The good news is I have Rare Candy in hand, so that is perfectly fine with me. So they're not gonna like seeing that, but it is what it is, right? So you go there. I'll play my heavy ball Luxray. Do I really want Luxray? I don't even know if I do, right? But I'll grab you. Okay, well, okay, I want, let's see. Yeah, I want some of these cards for sure. So I'm going to play Peonia this turn. I'd like to get Cheryl too, because I might need to heal up the. Oh, that's beautiful, right? So I don't think I want to. I don't think I need to do that, right? Sorry, I don't need to Luxray. Shouldn't need you, and Giacomo's no good, but Luxray could have value in particular, so I'll do that. I like the Cheryl in hand. So let me grab something this turn, of course, because something is always good to get. I will grab Echoing. I'll grab Counter Catcher in case they make the knockout. Right? If they gust, I don't think they can knock me out, and I will just end turn here. It's okay. So see what happens here. So I am using up a lot of time, but I think I'll get myself in a good spot. Look, right now the game's going to go to time, not deck out. So, but we'll see. I kind of need to speed things up a little bit, right? So, what do I want to do here? I'm going to Peonia the other half of my cards, right? So, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what we got here. So I shouldn't need him, right? I'll keep the heavy ball. I'm going to bench him. Again, I don't need Erika's, right? I don't think I need Erika's the way the game's going. And I don't think I want Iono. So, okay. So there we go. I will grab, at this point, I mean, Bouffalant's not, no, he's going to get rolled over, isn't he? So I'll grab Team Yell's Cheer, although I think I want to grab, I think I want Misfortune Sisters next turn, though. That's what I'm thinking I want. So, okay, see what happens here. This is a good example of the stall game where nothing's happening. Eventually, they're going to get pieces going. Okay, good. I mean, look, I need that. I'm going to have to win by their decking out. That's the game plan here. Mawile's good. If they take the knockout, I have Counter Catcher, so that's okay too. Yeah. So there's worse things in the world than this, for sure. I think I want to get the Snorlax out of play. I should do that actually, right? I should Peonia. That's what I should have done by now. So grab Peonia, get Snorlax into my hand, and scoop him up. Maybe I don't even bench the second Snorlax at this point. Just have a healthy Snorlax, the Mawile. Yeah, I think I will do that. I think I'll Peonia. I think I have Peonia in hand. And I mean in deck. If not, I will grab something else. Oh, Penny. I mean, I want Penny. I apologize for that. I want a Penny. Him into hand. So this is good. Penny. Boom, boom. I'll attach this, and I will end turn. And then I'll Misfortune Sisters next turn. So, and then I will Team Yelchier. So, yeah. So they're they play boss. I'm certain. The fact that I had that rare candy in hand was huge. I will say that was huge. Okay, so what did they get rid of there? Oh, they do play a stage 1 Pidgey. Okay, interesting. I guess they must have rare candy because otherwise the Pidgeot, because they should have benched that Pidgeot otherwise, right? So they're going to get Pidgeot EX into play, I have to assume. I mean, if they don't, then I don't understand what they did. But, right? So they have rare, I assume. They had the stage 1, and they could have just played down the stage 1, right? Okay, so that's fine. I mean, that's the way to knock out my Mimikyu, and I get that. And I completely get that. I gotta say I don't get that though. So I will Misfortune Sister, and then I will do something else next turn. I could Penny. Maybe I should have pennied this turn. Actually, Penny might have been the play to make. Just Counter Catcher. That's all I got, right? Okay. Boss. They have Worker. They have Boss. Okay. And I will end turn. So see what happens here. Obviously, they can knock out the Mimikyu. Well, see what happens here. Okay. So I think I team Yell's Cheer this turn. Should I have gotten rid of the Mimikyu? Nah, because I want to keep Mimikyu in play, though, right? So I could scoop up the Mimikyu, send them back with Jet Energy, which wouldn't be terrible, actually, right? But I don't know that I want to do that, do I? And I still have Team Yell's Cheer to work its magic, so do I want to penny the Mimikyu out of play, right? Maybe I do. Make him so that... oh, he just does 50 there. Okay, so I'm going to... I'll grab the rod, I guess. So that guy's okay. So I'm going to team Yell's Cheer here. Get back. I need Cyllene. I don't need you back. And I'll grab Penny. I'm not going to grab Boss at this point. Okay. And I will end turn. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. My opponent is doing very little. And when I say very little, they are doing what approaches nothing, right? So I'll just Pal Pad and Pal Pad back, Yell Cheer, and Boss. I will grab the Erika's Invitation. And right, they're in some serious. I mean, Misfortune Sister. Sorry, I want to get rid of items. Right, I just want to get rid of their resources. Okay, just get rid of their resources. They'll get them to deck out faster, and end turn. Very good. Okay, so there we go. You know, they're frustrated. I get it, and we'll see what happens here. We will see what they do. I've got to, you know, I have enough time. Look, I'm not going to time out here. I've kind of got things established. Some, you know, they can one-shot me. They can finish me off with Mew EX. That's the thing. They probably should do that. Okay, so now they can boss and take a prize, right? Well, they can take a prize on Mawile. That's the only thing they can take a prize on. And I don't know if they really love that, but we'll see. We will see what happens. So I'm going to gust something up here. Okay, so you do 50, so you do not knock me out. So that's not particularly good, I gotta say. That's not good, right? Not good. Okay, so I'm going to grab a penny, get you back into hand. I guess I send up Snorlax, right? So I'll send you up, of course. That's what I do there. I'm gonna bench Mimikyu, and sorry about that, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I mean, what else do you want me to do here, right? So I send you up, and I will. I mean, they could rope me. Do I want to toss down another Snorlax? I will. It's a bit of a risk. It's a risk there. I mean, but that's the point. They do a lot of work to make something finally happen, and then I just shut them down, right? So I just got to keep it control attention to my deck. I have a ton of cards in hand, right? I mean, their discard pile is much bigger. They have 21 in discard. I have 11. So 10 more in the discard. So they just have less resources. They haven't taken a prize yet either. So, you know, obviously, look, if they ever get going, but part of it, look, this is where the Pidgeot EX is big in this deck too, right? Because, and I might just want to, so you do 50, which is fine. So what was that? Okay, so now they can take a prize there. Okay, which is fine. And I think I want to, do I want a boss? What's in my deck now? Did I put my boss back? I think I'm going to boss up the Charmeleon, just really make their life miserable. Because, right, because now they have Charmeleon to attack with. And, right, I'm just going to do this. And you know what? Now you have to do something else. And it's going to end turn there. You can't like that. They can't like that, right? I'm just stopping them from doing pretty much anything. I think Misfortune Sisters in the discard ball, so I want to get that back, right? So I want to get Team Yells here. That's what I want to do. And I need to get back the, let's see. Okay, I have Cyllene in, oh, Cyllene is in hand. Okay, so I'm doing fine here. See what they do. Okay, so you evolve there, which is fine, but now you have a tougher time with the Mimikyu. So, so we'll see what we do here. I mean, I may just, let's see here. Do I have a Penny in deck still, right? I do have Penny in deck, so I might just do that. So Lost Vacuum. Oh, okay, they get rid of my tool, I assume, which that's a good play. That's a good play. It gives them some progress here, for sure. I do have Counter Catcher now, though, so that part is not good, right? So I think I just leave your... I'm going to send up Mimikyu at this point and make them try to deal with Mimikyu. Because, you know, I don't think I want to take a prize here. So I want... What do I want to grab here? I need to think fast. Is Misfortune Sisters in the... Okay, so I want to... I'm going to grab Team Yell Cheer. Okay. I'm going to play Team Yell Cheer. No, I don't play Team Yell Cheer, do I? That was foolish on my part, wasn't it? So I'm going to retreat into Mimikyu, I think. Is that what I want to do? Send up Mimikyu. And now let's see what they do here. And now I messed that up, didn't I? I really did. So I'm going to Cyllene. So I messed up there. All right, I double failed. All right, well, that stinks, but I can get Cyllene back. And I will now just end turn. End turn. So see what they do here, right? They can't one-shot me, which is good. And I have a Penny in deck, which is very good as well. So see what happens here. What's their energy count? They have 2 in the discard, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 8 energies. And they don't have Charcadet, which is really good for me. I'm a bit surprised they didn't get that guy up. I guess because he must be prized and they don't have access to him. So 50. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you do it again. I really am. So I'm going to play Team Yelchier. I want Cyllene, Misfortune Sisters. And I think I want Penny back as well. Okay, so that happens there. I can grab a card, right? Let's see, what's the magic card? Today, I think I want... Oh, I think I'm going to want you. Okay, and I'm going to gust up this Charizard now. and just end turn. Right, so there you go. Your Charizard is now in the active. He can't do anything. So I don't know what they're going to do. So let's see. And I do have Iono in deck as well, but I don't really want to play that, right? So, right, sorry. I'm sure I didn't maximize all these plays. The whole, I will say, the Cyllene plays, I'm not completely master of that, I will say. And maybe I should have prioritized things a little differently in this game. So anyway, I'm starting, my voice is really starting to go here. I was coughing earlier, as you know, and at this point, the game's grinding on. It's grinding me down some. So draw 3 cards. That's great. Get closer to decking out. If they play Iono, it drags the game out. Time becomes more of an issue, but, at this point, I think I just play Misfortune Sisters at this point, right? Just kind of grind them down. Let's see what they hit. Nothing there, unfortunately. Okay. And I will grab... I'm going to want Cyllene, I think, right? Pretty soon. So you're done. Although, I do want a Penny, maybe. Penny... I could Penny and get this guy to play too. And I actually attached the buff padding this time, right? And they played their one. They played a Lost Vacuum. I don't know if they play another one or not. They played Worker, which makes sense. They need to bump stadiums. So they may be able to bump another tool, in which case the buff padding is actually better at this point in the game. So Cyllene, what do I want to get back? Anything? So I will do it. Do I have my, yeah, so I'm going to Cyllene this turn. Oh, let me grab a card first and foremost. Might as well. Just grab this. Very useless card, of course, for sure. Play my Cyllene. Give me some heads. Oh, that's super nice. So I will grab Team Yelchier on top, and actually I'm just going to grab 2 Pal Pads. Why not? Why don't I just grab 2 Pal Pads? That's super awesome, and just end turn. So now I have 2 Pal Pads, so that really, at this point, I basically cannot deck out. So that's awesome sauce for me. So, I don't think they can do anything. They're probably going to Iono at some point, and I'm going to just have to speed up my play. I don't know how many energies they play, right? They have 8. They have 9 in between the discard pile and their in play, right? You have none discarded, 2 EXP share. They might be out of energy, in which case I'm super happy. All right, so they're bossing me up. That's okay. So I do have... I have Mawile in the action. Why don't I just attack with Mawile then, right? Might as well do that. So, wait, do I have Misfortune Sisters there? I do not. So let me grab Team Yelchier and Cyllene. Okay, so that's good there. I will just going to attack here. Grab something here since I'm doing stuff. Might as well see what they have in hand. Why don't I do that? Why don't I see what they have here? So just see what they play. Raihan, boss. Okay, so that's fine. Just took a little peek there. Keep them trapped here, which is fine, right? Keeping them stalled is a good thing, too. They can knock me out. If they do, I just gust up something else, though, right? So, energy. That's okay. Do I let them attach another energy here? I think I might, right? I might let them attach another energy. So let me grab... what's in my discard pile again? Do I want Misfortune Sisters? So... Let me just kind of keep things going here. No, I'm going to want you first, right? I want you first. So, Cyllene. And I'll Cyllene here, why not? Should I let him take the knockout? Okay, that's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I think I'll just do this. I can recover it. I have my rod. Instead of the Pidgey, I have Mimikyu, and I just gust up. You know, I probably just set up Mimikyu and let them try to deal with that, right? Because I don't think they have the answers here, right? So I'm just going to, and they conceded. So that is the stall experience in a nutshell. And by a nutshell, often means in a summary, quick summary. But that was the far from a nutshell. And that was a long game. And if you're trying to grind the ladder, by the way, do not play this deck because I got 85 points towards the battle pass, which isn't great, right? When you win a game, especially a long game, you should be getting like 100, 150 points, something like that. I don't remember exactly what the range is, but you don't get good rewards, right? The battle pass point system does not reward control decks. And I guess we can all be glad about that, right? That last game, it was long. I don't think my opponent had any fun, and it wasn't the most fun for me either. But this Snorlax deck, I think, has gotten a lot better, is what I'll say. It's very well positioned, unfortunately. It's gotten a lot more interesting. It's got a lot of one-ups. With the Pidgeot EX, it's very much a controlled, teched out, more style deck, which I think is more interesting. I need to play it more to get a little better. You know, that last game, I'm pretty sure some of you were screaming and maybe pulling your hair out that I should have made some better plays. And I just need the experience, right? But anyway, a fun deck to play in its own definition of fun, right? But a very solid deck. And I say give it a try, but hopefully don't play it too often because it's not great for people's enjoyment. But have some fun playing Pokemon. Take care.